Hey yo, fellow Autobots, Decepticons, trans fans, Legonians, and Brick fans. This is Dave Frost reporting in once again, this time with part 6 of the 1 week of destruction. And, this is Bone Crusher, who is a different version of a bulldozer. Versus what Scrapper. Versus the version that Scrapper is. And you can already see at the Decepticon logo. As well as some other detailing. And compared to Scavenger. Scavenger, who has purple treads. Bone Crusher here has completely light green treads. And you can see other detailing, like a ladder on this side, leading up to the cockpit, and engine grills on the side, and an engine grill there, and headlights. And then some more engine grilling on this side, and another ladder to the cockpit. And I also enjoy the special detailing of the little wheels we have throughout the tread area. The one thing I want to know is this problem. Sure, the center's lined up along with the treads on both sides. But the tread on the right side is, for some reason, somehow misaligned with the center and the left tread. I don't know if it's from overtime transforming him so much ever since I got the package a week ago from tomorrow, or some other reason. But enough about that, let's get on to the vehicle mode comparisons. So we have Bone Crusher. And by vehicle mode comparisons, let's just bring in the rest of the crews, shall we? So there we have Long Haul. Then we have Scrapper. Scavenger. Hook. And Mixmaster. Finally, on camera. Finally, at last, we have the entire crew. All 6 Constructicons on camera. All together. And obviously, it's leading into the big guy himself, Devastator, and his review tomorrow. Which is part 7. And like I've always been saying, that they're all 6 of these guys are Voyager class scale. So let's move them aside. And bring in Wedge, the leader of the build team. So it's quite interesting that for the Autobots, it is the build team, not Constructabots, as it is Constructicons for the Decepticon construction team, and not, any other type of build construction team name. So that's pretty interesting. And Wedge obviously has a scoop, but he doesn't have forks coming out of the end of the scoop. And then he also has pipes coming out the sides, which I'm thinking that's what these are meant to be. And obviously the scoop extends around the side of Wedge, as it does not for Bone Crusher. Another thing to note of what's interesting about these two is that this entire week of reviewing the 6 Constructicons, I started off with the leader of the Constructicons. And I also started off with the last Autobot who's a construction vehicle, but he is not a part of the build team. But then, take a look now, and I am reviewing the last, in my case of how I did this order of reviews, the last Constructicon member, ending with the last Constructicon member, and ending with the first member of the build team. So it's really quite interesting how I came about like that. Sorry for the cuss word if you heard that. That was not intended to be a part of the review. But let's get over that and move on. So I intended to start off with the legs and end with the arms. So that's how I particularly planned how to do this week of reviews. But I did not, however, intend, which became a personal surprise, that I started off with the leader of the Constructicons and somewhat the last Autobot construction vehicle character. And then throughout the week, towards the end, which is pretty much this, of the solo reviews, I ended with the last Autobot construction vehicle character, as well as ending with the last of the Constructicon team members. So it's kind of reversed throughout the week. That's how I recognize it. How that surprise came to be, and I did not intend to put it that way, but it just happened. So now let's get on with robot mode. So what you want to do, kind of similar to Scavenger, is untab the legs where there's a tab hole here and here on both treads, as there are tabs here and right here on the body of the vehicle mode. Swing down the waist area that the legs are connected to, and you have to tab it together, but unfortunately they do not stay connected for whatever reason. I mean, this is how Bone Crusher was made. But anyways, extend the legs and bring out the feet and heels. similar to Scavenger as we reviewed him yesterday. Then come to the back, extend out the black piece, disconnect the cab section from what is becoming the arm from the section of the construction vehicle that becomes the arms. Bring out the arms and fold down the lower half fold down the lower arm from the upper arm. Then on this middle hinge, bring back the cab. And you have two tabs here and here that will go into a slot right there and over here. Right in there underneath the shoulder. Then, as you have the double hinge for the scoop, you want to bring it down on the lower hinge and then back up on the upper hinge. I'm telling you, this waist area is a problem. That should stay together. And then the scoop just goes in place. Bring up the cockpit. Bring the cockpit section back from the body. And fold out the head. Swing out the head. And there you have Bone Crusher in robot mode. Now you see a lot more detail for robot mode, where you have black, silver, light gray, purple, and red. Unfortunately, this time there is no gold to expose. But it's quite interesting that the scoop, as big as it is, becomes the chest of the character and figure. Excuse me. So that's pretty awesome. So, now, anyways, it is now time to get on with the robot mode comparisons. But first, actually, we need to get on with the articulation. So, first, I want to note that he has a pretty awesome looking head sculpt. You know, it's just a stoic, stern kind of expression. His head, it's better to just move that bucket out of the way. The scoop, that is. His head can look that far up. And not very far down, because that's all the way down as far as it can go. It can rotate 360 degrees. His arms are on ball joints, so they can rotate 360 degrees. Go all over the place. And seeing how there's plating on the outer parts of the arm, making up the part of the vehicle where the arms go. That's as far as you're seeing this, that's as far as it can go upward. All the way out. Then his elbows are also on ball joints, so they too rotate 360 degrees. There's no rotation at the fists, and at least this time it doesn't fold in, it just stays in place. Coming down to the waist, you know how this troublesome area is, as I've already pointed out. There's 360. They also are on ball joints, so the hips, that is. So that's as far up as it can go. And that far back. And that far out. They said it was impossible to holding the waist in place. So then the knees are also on ball joints, just like Scavengers. So they rotate 360 degrees and go that far back, due to the upper leg being in the way. Then, once again, there's ankle tilt. And that's how far in it can go. Alright, now we can get on to the robot mode comparisons. Putting him aside, let's bring in the rest of the crew once again. We have Hook. We have Scrapper. We have Scavenger. Then we have Mixmaster. And then we have the big guy, Long Haul, who you can't really see all that well, but he's back there. Trust me. Then we have Little Shockwave. I put Shockwave over there because we have Wedge to put over here. And you can really tell that all the all these Constructicons really tower over the deluxe build team leader, Wedge. I mean, looking at all the build team members, even Scoop, who's not accurately part of the team, but I'll say he is. All three members, Heavy Load, Hightower, and Grimlock, they're deluxe class, but they're taller than Wedge and Scoop, who are also deluxe class, but they're shorter. So that's what you see here. So that's what you get for robot mode comparisons. And we'll see the build team and a bunch of others comparisons tomorrow when we review Devastator. And, oh, accidentally I put Bone Crusher away when I should not have. So now let's go on to combination mode. So what you want to do is, just like Scavenger, revert him back to robot vehicle mode, I mean. It's the same technique, since both Bone Crusher and Scavenger are the arms. But like Hook and Scavenger, I'm not going to cover everything about combination mode, as it'll just be a part of tomorrow. So this time, you leave the black part out. So this is basically combination mode for Bone Crusher. And that is just about it. Like I said, this is combination mode for Bone Crusher, and there's nothing more to it. Pretty plain and simple, just like Scavenger, who we did yesterday. But that'll just about do it for this review. And I cannot wait to get on with tomorrow being Devastator and the upgrade kit. So, I promise I will get to the Devastator and upgrade kit review early tomorrow morning. Not like 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, but like 6, or more to the point, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time or later. At least before lunch, I promise you that. So, I thank you all very much for watching. Please stick around for more great LEGO and Transformer content coming to the future of this channel. Have a good rest of your night, have a good day tomorrow, and a good week next week. And I will see you all tomorrow with the conclusion of 1 week of destruction. And don't forget to check out my channel, Dave Frost, for this video as well as the rest of the 1 week of destruction, as I have created the playlist. So you don't have to go searching through my upload video list. You could just see 1 week of destruction on its own playlist and watch, marathon through all these videos all together if you desire to. And from the looks of it, it probably most likely will not have to take all day to watch. But like I said, I will see you all tomorrow.